Yes. How long are you speaking for? Slightly over. Because last time I think that was off about half an hour, so it's a bit short. It's a little bit, I suppose.
Please be seated. Deputy Lieutenant, High Sheriff, Chair, Mr. Deputy Mayor, Member of Parliament, and honoured guests. As Acting Rector, it is my privilege to warmly welcome you to Bath Abbey today for the annual meeting of the Charter Trustees and the election of the Mayor of Bath. At this point, let me share with you the safety notice, which is to say that there are emergency exits in all four corners of the Abbey, and you will be guided to them promptly in the very unlikely event of an emergency. And could I now please also ask you to check that your mobile phone has been switched off or is now on silent. Thank you. This morning we gather not just as individuals, but as a community to celebrate civic leadership and to express our deep gratitude and warm appreciation to all our trustees and councillors, all who serve our common life, and especially those who serve at the Guildhall. We very much look forward to welcoming the Mayor-designate later in this ceremony. And now I am delighted to welcome our chaplain to the Mayor-designate, Reverend Lorraine Shorten.
Deputy Lieutenant, Mr. Deputy Mayor, honoured guests, it is a great honour to stand before you today. I invite you to join me in prayer. Almighty God, we gather in prayer today with gratitude for this occasion and for the opportunity to celebrate public service within our community. Grant all who serve this city wisdom in decision-making, integrity in leadership, compassion in service, and humility in the exercise of responsibility. May they seek the common good, listen with understanding, and work faithfully for the benefit of all whom they represent. We ask for your blessing to be on the Charter trustees and staff. Strengthen them in their duties and guide them in fostering justice, harmony, and mutual respect among all people. In times of challenge, grant courage and perseverance. In times of success, grant gratitude and wisdom. May all who hold public office be guided by a sincere desire to serve with honour and dedication. We give thanks for the rich diversity, talents and generosity of our community. Help us to work together in a spirit of cooperation and goodwill, supporting one another and building a place where all may flourish. Almighty God, we commend this mayoral year to your care and ask your blessing upon all who live, work and visit this city. Amen.
Are these just automatic? Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this annual general meeting of the Charter Trustees of the City of Bath. Could I ask Mr. Martin if there are any apologies for absence, please?
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. We've had apologies today from the following Charter Trustees: Councillor Steve Hedges, Councillor Joel Hurst, Councillor Lucy Hodge, Councillor Samantha Kelly, Councillor John Leach, and Councillor Bharat Pankania, and Councillor June Player.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is to elect the Chairman of the Charter Trustees and the Mayor of the City. Could I call upon Councillor Alison Bourne to move the election of the Chairman of the Charter Trustees and the Mayor for the City of Bath for 2026-2027?
Mr. Deputy Mayor, honoured guests, I move that Councillor Ruth Madeline Malloy be elected to serve the office of Chairman of the Charter Trustees of the City of Bath and Mayor of the City until the next annual general meeting. I first met Ruth about 10 years ago when we were both active members of a campaigning organisation here in Bath. From the start, I was struck by Ruth's quiet positivity, her kindness, her thoughtfulness, her commitment to community, and her work ethic. Neither of us were councillors at the time, but Ruth was already very active in her community in Weston, doing regular litter picks and volunteering at the community library and cafe. When we were both elected in 2019, I was delighted to see that, as well as working diligently on behalf of her residents, Ruth took on roles that consolidated our twinning and cultural links, and as a linguist, she is more qualified than many of us to act as an ambassador for Bath. As Mayor of Bath, Ruth will take this a step further and will be an excellent representative for our great city. Her mayoral theme, I will let Ruth say more about that, will allow her to focus on things that can improve all of our lives, which should be accessible to all and which are genuinely enriching. Ruth is the second Councillor Malloy to serve as Mayor of Bath. Her father, John Malloy, who was also a councillor in Weston, was Mayor in 1988, the year that I moved to Bath. I have no doubt that John Malloy would be very proud to see Ruth following in his footsteps, and I know that Ruth will be an excellent representative who will serve the city well. I hope you have a wonderful year, Ruth.
Thank you, Councillor Bourne. Could I call upon Councillor Dina Romero to second the motion from her seat? Thank you very much. Now we've had the motion put forward and seconded, I'd like to ask the Charter Trustees if there are any other nominations, first of all.
There are no other nominations.
Okay, on that basis then I'll put the motion to the vote. Those in favour? I think you're going to vote as well. Okay, so I can declare that Councillor Ruth Malloy, as Deputy Mayor Designate, will now become the Mayor of Bath for 2026-2027. Congratulations.
The mayoral party will now retire to the vestry to exchange robes and insignia. Please be upstanding while the Mayor and Deputy Mayor of Bath retire. Thank you. And if we could all please be seated, please. And the City of Bath Brass Band will now play during the interval. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding to receive the right worship for the Mayor of Bath, Councillor Ruth Malloy.
Okay, so please be seated.
Madam Mayor, can I ask you to please make the declaration of acceptance of office from the lectern?
So, hello. I, Ruth Madeline Malloy, having been elected to the office of Mayor of the City of Bath, hereby declare that I take the said office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties thereof according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to be guided by the Standing Committee of the City of Bath and the Charter Trustee Regulations 1996. Deputy Lieutenant, High Sheriff, Chair, Member of Parliament, Charter Trustees, honoured guests from near and far, a very warm welcome to the Abbey. First of all, I want to say a few thank yous. Thank you to Alison for proposing me, Dina for seconding, and the Charter Trustees for electing me as the 799th Mayor of Bath. Thank you to the people of Weston for choosing me to represent you on Bath and North East Somerset Council in 2019 and again in 2023. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you, Bath Abbey, for allowing the Charter Trustees to hold our annual general meeting in this wonderful space. And thank you to the Abbey Bell Ringers and the City of Bath Brass Band for all the joyous music. Thank you, Lorraine, for agreeing to be my chaplain for the year. And thank you to my daughter Lydia, who will be mayoress, and to all the rest of my family, friends, fellow volunteers, and colleagues for supporting me. Thank you, Onka, Deputy Mayor to be, and Priya for supporting him. Thank you to the Mayor's honorary guides for being the brilliant ambassadors of Bath that you all are, and for taking the collection today for the Mayor of Bath's Relief Fund. Please donate. Thank you to the ceremonial officers, Avon Fire and Rescue Drill Squad, and the 93 City of Bath Squadron RAF Marching Band for accompanying us to the Abbey and to St. John's Ambulance. Thank you to everyone else for being here. And last of all, but most certainly not least, I want to thank Anthony and Elizabeth for organising everything so efficiently in the Mayor's office today and throughout the year. So, I also want to acknowledge all the good work my predecessors have done in this role. And here I'm thinking especially of my father, John Malloy, who represented Weston for 12 years, was Mayor of Bath from 1988 to 89, and later an honorary alderman. His interest in local as well as national and international affairs and his political engagement definitely influenced me to follow in his footsteps. I first came to Bath as a young child and have lived here longer than I've lived anywhere else. However, in earlier years, I lived abroad for extended periods, including in Malta, Saudi Arabia, Italy, and Germany. As the Council's twinning advocate and representative in the Great Spa Towns of Europe Association, I therefore take a special interest in all of our international links. And I'd now like to tell you a little bit about my theme for the year. My aim is for it to be as all-encompassing as possible. So, let's celebrate community, culture, and curiosity, exclamation mark. Let's celebrate, because there's so much to worry about in our world, in faraway countries, but also nearer to home. And yet there are so many good things going on, with people doing their very best to look after each other and the places we live in. I want us to focus on the positive, not ignore what still needs to be improved, but celebrate what is going well. Community, or perhaps that should be communities.
because in fact we typically belong to several distinct yet interrelated communities, starting with our direct family and expanding ever outwards. Let's celebrate all our diverse communities and multiple connections in Bath and beyond. Culture. Let's celebrate culture in the broadest possible sense. Culture is for everybody, and I welcome any actions that make it more accessible. I love libraries and museums, and I encourage everyone to make the most of them. They're a portal to different periods of history, other people's experiences, and spark our curiosity. Curiosity, learning, lifelong learning. There's so much to be curious about. Our environment, how things work, each other, what makes us tick. We're so lucky to have not one, but two world-class universities here. The University of Bath, celebrating its 60th anniversary this year, and Bath Spa University. Plus, we have the Bath Royal Literary and Scientific Institute, Bath College, Norland College, and so many great schools. Back to libraries and books for a moment. Did you know that 2026 is the National Year of Reading? Let's celebrate language, languages, and literacy in all their forms, but especially books. And a final thought to leave you with: what is the core of community culture and curiosity? It's us, the people. Let's celebrate together in our wonderful double-inscribed World Heritage City of Bath. Please do get in touch with Elizabeth and Anthony in the Mayor's office if you'd like me to celebrate an event with you, either in the Mayor's parlour or wherever you are in Bath. It will be my privilege and pleasure to represent the City of Bath this coming year. Thank you for listening, and I promise to do my best.
Madam Mayor, can I ask you to sign the declaration book, please?
Item 4, okay, sorry, microphone, thank you. So, item 4 is now the election of Vice Chairman of the Charter Trustees and Deputy Mayor of the City. I call upon Councillor Manda Rigby to move the election of the Vice Chairman of the Charter Trustees and Deputy Mayor of the City for 2026 to 27.
Madam Mayor, honoured guests, I'd like to spend a couple of minutes introducing you to Onkar, the man. Onkar was first elected as a councillor for Combe Down in 2023 and very quickly impressed with his absolute dedication to his community. He has been living in the United Kingdom since 2010, and Bath is his home. Educationally, he holds a bachelor's degree in computer applications and a master's degree in international business from London Metropolitan University. Professionally, Onkar works across the southwest of England in the retail and property management sector. Originally from the state of Haryana in India, Onkar is from the historic city of Kurukshetra, widely known as the land of the Bhagavad Gita. He has a very strong respect for his cultural heritage, which he combines perfectly with embracing life in the UK. He has a wonderfully unique, positive, and inspiring perspective on life, which is shaped by both traditions. As a member of Bath and North East Somerset Council, in addition to serving his community, Onkar also serves as a Cabinet Project Lead on Business and Skills. He lives in Bath with his wife, Priya, who also has a background in arts and enjoys cooking, and also with his young daughter. Onkar always expresses how honoured he feels to represent Coombe Down and recognises the significance of his new appointment as Deputy Mayor with both pride and humility. I spent some time with Onkar, especially when he was a very new councillor, to try to assist him to be the best advocate he can be. He is just the most open and willing to learn person. I enjoy all our meetings, and Onkar, I have reciprocally learned an awful lot from you. I have no doubt that he will serve the mayoralty well and wish him just the very best year. I therefore move that Councillor Onkar Saini be elected to serve the office of Vice Chairman of the Charter Trustees of the City of Bath and Deputy Mayor of the City until the next annual meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'd now like to call upon Councillor George Tomlin to second the motion from his seat. Thank you. And just to check, are there any other nominations?
There are no other nominations, Madam Mayor.
Okay, so can we put the motion to the vote, please? Everyone in favour, please raise your hands. I think that's unanimous, thank you. So, and
Okay, that's carried. That's carried, Madam Mayor. Mr. Deputy Mayor, can I please ask you to make the declaration of acceptance of office as Vice Chairman and Deputy Mayor? Thank you.
I, Onkar Saini, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of the City of Bath, hereby declare that I take the said office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfill the duties thereof according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to be guided by the Standing Committee of the Charter Trustees of the City of Bath and the Charter Trustees Regulation 1996. Madam Mayor, honored guests. Thank you. Before anything else, I want to take a moment to look around this room. My family is here, my friends are here, and residents and community groups from Coombe Down are here today. To every resident who believed in me, who supported me, thank you. You are the reason I'm standing here today. Without you, I simply wouldn't be here today, and I will never forget that. And to my wife, Priya, thank you for your patience, your love, and your support through every step of this journey. I'm genuinely thrilled to take on this role. It is a privilege to serve this great city of Bath, and I come to it with real energy and commitment. I want to contribute meaningfully to Bath civic life, to help make the city an even more welcoming, vibrant, and opportunity-rich place for everyone who lives here. I'm fully committed to supporting our mayor and her vision for Bath. The themes she has set out are the ones I believe in deeply, and I look forward to playing my part in delivering them for our communities across the city. Now, if you allow me a personal moment, I grew up in Kurukshetra, a heritage city in the state of Haryana, India. This is no ordinary place. Kurukshetra is the land of Bhagavad Gita. It is where the great Mahabharata unfolded thousands of years ago, a city steeped in history, in wisdom, and in the value of duty and service. And today, from that ancient city, I stand here in the historic city of Bath, ready to serve and give back to this great city. When I think about that journey, I cannot help but smile. It fills me with pure joy. It reminds me that this city and this country truly is a place where anyone from anywhere can contribute, can serve, and can belong. I am proud of where I come from, and I'm proud to call Bath my home. Thank you.
Mr. Deputy Mayor, can I ask you to sign the declaration book, please?
So thank you. Now on to item 5, resolution of thanks to the retiring Deputy Mayor. So I'd like to call upon Councillor Michelle O'Doherty to move the resolution of thanks to the retiring Deputy Mayor.
Madam Mayor, honoured guests, it's both a pleasure and a privilege to propose a resolution of thanks to our retiring Deputy Mayor, Councillor Ian Halsall. Over the past year, Ian has discharged his duties of Deputy Mayor with distinction, dedication, good humour and, may I say, an apparently inexhaustible supply of rather natty suits. During his term, and particularly while acting on behalf of the mayoralty, he has attended or hosted around 60 civic events and functions, representing the City of Bath with courtesy, enthusiasm and a genuine interest in the people and organisations he encountered. His civic journeys have included occasions of great dignity and reflection, including the Armistice Day commemorations at Furze Field in Combe Down and the wreath-laying ceremony at the Shaftesbury Road Memorial Garden. It also features visits to many of the organisations that make Bath such a caring city, including Bath Cancer Support Group and Bath Share and Repair Workshop. Educationers feature prominently throughout the year, highlighting the mayoral theme for the year of Education is Empowerment, with visits to our 2 universities, Norling College, King Redwood School and Twerton Infant School, and I know that Ian really enjoyed every single visit. Of course, no review of Councillor Halsall's year will be complete without mentioning the extraordinary amount of walking involved. He completed the final hour of Audley Avenue residents' 24-hour relay walk. He also accompanied the Bishop of Bath and Wells and the former Lord Lieutenant of Somerset on their pilgrimage from Bath Abbey towards Wells Cathedral, alongside members of Bath's Ukrainian community. Not content with this, he also joined the Bath Alkmaar Twinning Association on a history and nature walk to Bath Ford, and later participated in a Bath Blitz walk with one of the Mayor's guides and pupils from Weston All Saints Primary School. By the end of the year, it's fair to say that he'd spent so much time walking around Bath that several of us began to wonder whether he was serving as Deputy Mayor or actually training for the Camino de Santiago. His cultural programme was equally varied. He attended the opening night of the 35th Mozart Festival, celebrated with the Bath Interfaith Group, enjoyed a performance by Bath Philharmonia, and witnessed a wonderfully uplifting production of Sister Act by Curtain Up Theatre School. Few deputy mayors can claim to have moved seamlessly between Mozart, civic protocol and singing nuns, but Ian managed it with characteristic ease. What has stood out throughout the year is not simply the number of engagements attended, but the genuine warmth of which he has approached them. Whether meeting volunteers, students, veterans, performers, faith groups, charity workers or residents, he has brought a friendliness and sincerity that have reflected great credit on both the office he holds and the city he serves. Councillor Halsall's year has demonstrated dedication, commitment and a great enthusiasm for all of the engagements he intended, particularly if it involved a walk, a history lesson or ideally both. Bath has been extremely fortunate to have had him as Deputy Mayor. Madam Mayor, I therefore move that the very cordial thanks of the Charter Trustees of the City of Bath be given to Councillor Ian Halsall, the retiring Deputy Mayor, for the ability, courtesy and efficiency for which he has discharged the duties of Deputy Mayor during the mayoralty of Councillor Professor Dr. Barrett Pankania, and also to the retiring Deputy Mayor's consort, James Fox, for the assistance he has rendered to the retiring Deputy Mayor on all occasions in connection with his civic duties, and that a copy of the preceding resolution be engrossed on paper and sealed with the common seal and signed by the Mayor and Chairman of the Standing Committee for presentation to the retiring Deputy Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I would now like to call upon Councillor Toby Simon to second the motion from his seat. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so can we put that motion to the vote? All in favour? Unanimous. Thank you very much. That's carried. Thank you. So now we're on to sorry. Yes, now I need to invite Councillor Halsall to deliver a speech of thanks. Thank you.
Well, this robe's a lot lighter than the previous one, so good luck, Encore, with that. And thank you, Michelle. And considering all that walking, I don't feel I've actually lost any weight as a consequence over the last year. Madam Mayor, honoured guests and personal guests, having only lived in this wonderful city for just over 25 years, I accept I'm rather an interloper, especially coming from Lancashire, where we say Bath. It's been an incredible honour to have represented the mayoralty and the citizens of this city over the past year, and whilst my term did become unexpectedly busier over the past few months towards the end, I wish to thank Councillor Professor Barrett Pankania for his service. I thank Councillor Michelle O'Doherty for moving the resolution of thanks to me and seconded by Councillor Toby Simon. Excuse me. I also like to thank the Charter Trustees and the Standing Committee for their support over the past civic year. It should also be noted that this year marks the 30th anniversary of the Charter Trustees of the City of Bath, which, following local government reorganisation and the establishment of Bath and North East Somerset Council, continues to maintain the reputation of the mayoralty and the valued work it carries out throughout our community, upholding its traditions and being ambassadors for this historic city. I should also wish Bath and North East Somerset Council a very happy Pearl anniversary. Mostly I want to thank my husband James as consort for his support over the past year, which outside this esteemed role has somewhat proved challenging at times. I cannot retire from this post, however, without giving my profound thanks to both Elizabeth and Anthony in the Mayor's office for their utmost professionalism, advice and friendship. I also like to thank the drivers who've taken me to and from the various venues in the past year when I haven't been walking, Nick, Maria and Vasil, and really enjoyed our off-record conversations. So Michelle has already told you about a number of highlights I've experienced over the past 12 months, but aside from the hospitality and my failure to burn off the calories, I have met people from so many backgrounds across our diverse city, including heritage sector, businesses, a plethora of charities. One highlight was unveiling a plaque in my ward at a new care home, Darcy Gardens, and also awarding children safety awards for designing safety posters and Easter bonnets. We've celebrated the 80 years of friendship with our twin city of Alkmaar, and I enjoyed joining our friends at the Hanukkah celebrations in December. The mayoral theme for this year was Education as Empowerment, and I've been thrilled to have engaged with so many of our young people and students through various events, including photography exhibitions, Christmas concert. I did actually love Sister Act the other weekend. University Open Days, where I was spellbound by the work of students of the engineering school at the University of Bath, and did leave actually rather exhausted and not sure whether I was asking the right questions. I particularly enjoyed my conversations also with some of the pupils from King Edward School, and I left with confidence and hope for our new generation of adults. Your Worship, it was a year ago that I took over your position of Deputy Mayor, so at least you and Lydia have had a taster for what's to come over the next year. I think Scarlett rather suits you as well. I share a lot of interests with you, and in relating to maintaining close ties with our twin cities and being the ambassador for the dual World Heritage status of our city. You are, of course, continuing the ancestral role, as has been mentioned before, in being the daughter of the 761st Mayor of Bath, Honorary Alderman John Malloy, and as 799th Mayor, I wish you well with your year ahead. So, as I retire from the role of Deputy Mayor and hand over the badge of office to Councillor Onkosano, I can now focus fully, and I mean focus, I can see Charlie there, representing the wonderful residents who are represented in Oldfield Park Ward. I'll offer you, Anka, 3 pieces of advice. Always be prepared to make a speech and say a few words, even if these aren't expected of you in advance. Be prepared for everyone asking whether you'll be the next mayor, bearing in mind we've only been charter trustees for 3 years, and to qualify for mayor you have to serve 6. And finally, put an extra couple of holes in your belt. Thank you. My work here is done.
Okay, so now we're on to item 6, the minutes of the previous meeting. So I call upon Councillor Colin Blackburn to propose from his seat that the minutes of the 121st meeting of the Charter Trustees held on the 21st of April 2026 be approved. Yep. And I call upon George Tomlin to second the motion from his seat. Over there, right. Thank you. Can we put that motion to the vote, please? Everyone in favour? Everyone? Yeah, that's carried. Thank you. Yeah, just at the bottom somewhere. Yeah, and you'll date them. Yeah. Okay, thanks. And now on to item 7, official or mayor's communications. Are there any official?
Madam Mayor, I'm happy to report there are no official communications for today's meeting.
Okay, thank you. So, item 8, getting on fast here. The election of members of the Standing Committee for 2026 to 27. Please, can I ask you to announce who the nominations are?
Certainly will, Madam Mayor. The nominations for the Standing Committee 2026-27 are the following. Councillor Tim Ball, Councillor Colin Blackburn, Councillor Sarah Moore, Councillor Manda Rigby, Councillor Dina Romero, Councillor Toby Simon, and Councillor Malcolm Tribby.
Thank you. I now call upon Councillor Mark Elliott to move the election of members of the Standing Committee from his seat. No, I keep looking the wrong way. Thank you. And I call upon Councillor Jess David to second the motion from her seat. So can we put that motion to the vote, please? Everyone in favour? It's carried. Thank you. So number 9 on the agenda is urgent business. Is there any urgent business?
Madam Mayor, there are no urgent items of business today.
Thank you. And finally, item 10, date of our next meeting. The date of the next meeting is Wednesday, the 7th of October, 2026 at 6 p.m. in the Council Chamber at the Guildhall. And yeah, no. Okay, thank you. And so that's it for today. I declare the meeting closed, and thank you very much, everybody, for attending. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the formal business of today's meeting is now concluded. Can I ask all those in robes to disrobe when they return to the Guildhall, particularly Charter Trustees and Honorary Aldermen? Can I remind you to make your way directly to the Capital Room, disrobe, and then make your way to the banqueting room where you can congratulate the Mayor and Deputy Mayor later on. We will now start to reform the civic procession. So can all guests please remain still until we're ready to move you on. So can I ask you all to please be upstanding while the Mayor of Bath retires? Thank you.
Thank you.